Just about set for football now at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go from South Philly. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Mahomes. To the left side. In the hands of Hill. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on first down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 5. On play action, it's Mahomes. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
We'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards. They get 4 on that 3rd and 2.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So, nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next third down situation?
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch. And the Lions are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Williams in motion. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20. A pickup there of 13. First down, Detroit.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Jackson now on second down. Forced to his right. Off he goes. And he's in! Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Detroit. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. And not much doing on this return. Good coverage. They're going to stop him in his tracks right at the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense ready now for their second drive. They had that pick on the opening drive. It led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back first and 10. On the ground is Barkley to start the drive. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. That's Goddard in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on second down. The Lions have got it. A first down throw for Jackson. This throw taken in by Amon-Ra. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 5-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. They'll run the draw with Gibbs. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Anytime you dial up a draw, Mike, you have the defensive line and the linebackers accounted for. Who you don't have is any of the secondary defenders. It's a perfectly timed secondary safety blitz. He's able to get in the backfield and stop this play before it even had a chance to get started.
Jackson on 3rd and 2. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Detroit. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Tyreek now to return it. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They're in an early hole, 14-0. Gotta start digging out soon. They'll begin this drive, 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to go, he is taken down. Dexter Lawrence, he's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive. We are through 1. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. As we are ready to get back underway. On 2nd down, Mahomes. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
3rd and long for Mahomes. He's got his man. It's Hill. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st and 10.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And you're one of the go-to guys on your team. I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick. He'll try and get there on the ground. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And, man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And he will get into the end zone. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown, Eagles.
And here's a great example, Mike, of how experience and having some veteran players at these key spots they can work so well together. The whole idea is you need to see the game through the eyes of the quarterback, and I think that's what the receiver did such a nice job in. He was on time, he was accurate, and you never fool your quarterback. When you have two guys like this that are operating on the same page, you can see the result.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Lions offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Laporta in motion. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
It is caught left side by St. Brown. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the 1st half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to...
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
The Lions call their first timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Here's 2nd and 2. Jackson. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
He'll try to run for it. give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 11.
Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Detroit.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll run again. Showing off the footwork. Sliding down after a gain of 8.
8 yards on the
Here's the
pickup.
third and final timeout for the Lions. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This one will be from 37 yards out. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. He's going to like not to bring this one out. It's probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. The Eagles offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Mahomes back, taking a shot downfield for Smith. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Williams. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Lions offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. We're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. That's a short one, caught by Laporta. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he will pick it up. Let's give him a first down up to the 37-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
He gets this up close to the 40. Quinyon Mitchell up to make the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. the middle of the field. That's taken in by Chase. Through the middle of the field. And he will go all the way. Ja'Marr Chase. Touchdown, Lions. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play run after the catch.
Eagles 7.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Mahomes. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And he'll knock him down just shy of the 40.
A gain of 12 yards.
It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
4 more yards.
A gain there of 24 yards. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard
Big hole
line.
up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Open man downfield is Brown. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
27 more yards.
Give them 27, and it's 1st and goal.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
He pulls it in around the 5. To the goal line and in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
That was a big-time answer by this offense, and they really needed him. In this game, it looked like it was starting to get away, didn't it, Mike? I mean, now it's up to their defense. Can they get a stop of their own so they can get their offense back out there, get the ball back, and try to build off this last drive?
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles back within 10. It's now 24-14. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Williams on the return. Whoa. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get back to work. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Play action now. Jackson Over the middle. He's got St. Brown. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and got a fresh set of downs.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this third quarter. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On to the fourth quarter, and it begins with a run by Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Max Crosby, motor always running. Gets there for the sack.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. And that will lead to a second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A gain there of 21. First down, Philadelphia.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
He'll get that out to Barkley. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on first down.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 5. Mahomes going to look to run with this one. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
They come to the line needing 6 yards for a first down. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. That is caught, and he will score. Game on. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Eagles 21. Jake Elliott to kick
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Williams now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now headed back onto the field. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. He's got Laporta open on the left side. The Lions offense ready to take over once again. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out. But 1 first down will essentially end the game. A run here with Gibbs. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yards, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2. And now at 152, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. They face 2nd down and 7. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a first down. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. Ooh. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35.
It's a gain of
16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Detroit.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
So a win for the visitors, the Lions. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Detroit Lions. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for them there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pick up on first down. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Jackson now off the bootleg. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
In motion goes the tight end. Here's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Looking to put a drive together. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rusher's right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
It's a gain of 10.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Straight ahead, Shipley. It's a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He was taken down
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash mark, this is a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Zach Bond there on the tackle.
No gain on the play.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch here by St. Brown. Good for a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
To throw is Jackson. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he'll get nothing out of that one. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Jackson. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Mahomes going to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now they send a man in motion right. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wound up punching this one into the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-0.
Makes the score Eagles 10, Lions nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 38-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2. Throwing is Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Four receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. From the gun, Jackson. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Bates' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn that field and gain any yardage.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Lions will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now it's Jackson. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Again, Jackson. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. Jackson now. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Jackson. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Jackson going to keep it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's going to get it about 3 yards closer. He's down about the 2-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
6-yard line.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Throwing now is Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for him.
Now Brown lost the football. And the Lions have recovered. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. Able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Mahomes now to throw. Now he's going to... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Jackson. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Jackson will keep it. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There may be a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Jackson to throw. And that's caught by Williams.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
3rd and 2.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Jackson. From the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Still plenty of time and the 2 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10 now. Down Jackson.
It's Williams on the catch. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2nd and 6 coming up. Jackson. Open man is Chase, complete.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Jackson. And this throw incomplete.
The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up third down.
Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send them after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
Here it is, 4th and inches. Here we go, it's Jackson on 4th down. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29.
A loss of 6.
Bearing for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Well, it came down to the final play in such a close ballgame. What a game it was, but they can't get that last throw off. Good job by that defense to get in there for the sack to seal it.
And for fans watching the game, a little bit anticlimactic, don't you think, partner? Not even able to get off one last throw to see how it would have turned out. Instead, pass rush got to him and ended it that way.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Detroit.